Hello everybody. Now I'm going to explain how I work with the bayonet screws. Now, first you would want to have the longest JIS screwdriver for the job. This is for the cross point drivers, and here's one for the slotted screwdriver. Again, you would want to buy the longest one available. I personally use vessel drivers. They're the best that I have used, and I advise that you don't buy anything else. If ever you have to buy another brand, I suggest that you buy this German screwdriver called Vera. Now, it has to be a JIS driver as well, but I really can't tell if this is a JIS driver or not. Anyway, to make sure if your driver is JIS compliant, it has to be made in Japan. That's one way of telling if a driver is JIS compliant. Another way is to look for something that we call the JIS mark. Here in Japan, it's called the JIS mark. Yes, you heard me right. So I hope you guys don't get any funny ideas. Now, a JIS mark looks like a circle with JIS printed on the driver's handle. Okay, I can't find it over here. I swear I have one of those JIS mark drivers here. But whatever. Never settle for anything less than a vessel. Using a Phillips driver will strip the head of your bayonet screw. Now, this is a lens that has never been opened. I got this from the junk. It has molds in the front element. It looks clean here in the video, but okay, can you see the junk inside? I'm gonna clean that one of these days. Just too bloody busy. And I have a couple of lenses coming my way, so this guy won't see any repairs in a couple of weeks. Anyway, first you would want to place the driver squarely on the screw, make sure it's secure, and then with the force of your elbow, see how much pressure I'm exerting, turn it clockwise for a little bit, and then turn counterclockwise. Oh boy, it's really hard. Well, doing this in an awkward position because I'm doing the video for you guys. See? I got one out. And here's another one. You should hear an audible snap. Oh boy. Anyway, I'm not gonna do this. I might risk stripping the screw. It's really hard to remove the screws in this while sitting on the floor making a video, but you get the idea. Okay, so I would like to remind you the most important things that you guys need are rather the longest GIS drivers, cross or slotted points, a strong wrist. See how manly my fists are? That's from years of kung fu. And a steady wrist. Now, I have an injured wrist because of my kung fu training, but it's still pretty good, I guess. And a steady grip. If you must, you can also use some grippy glove on your left hand to grab your lens so that it doesn't slip. Now, you need plenty of finger dexterity. That's why I advise you to leave your main hand bare. Okay. Remember, use downward pressure, use the weight from your elbow, and then twist slightly counterclockwise, and then use your strength to twist this way, counterclockwise. Remember, do it while exerting downward pressure, and then use force while torquing it the counterclockwise. Remember, turning it left will unscrew it, turning it right will tighten it. Lefty loosey, righty tighty. Never forget that. Now, in the event that the screw has started to strip a bit, just like what we have here, but the screw is still intact, then you may have to apply some MEK, methyl acyl ketone, right over here, and leave it overnight so that that thing will work on the whatever Nikon used to lock the threads. Sometimes it will work within an hour or two, but usually it works overnight. Now, if you don't have the patience, then you can use a small butane torch. Now be very careful with using this stuff because you don't want to burn the paint or the enamel or whatever. If there's a cemented lens right over here, the heat may actually cause balsam separation. Now that's a bit of an exaggeration, but it's very, very possible. So take a look at this. This is how I do it. Now, just wait for a bit. Notice that it has damaged the paint a bit. And let's go back to working with this screw while it's hot. Okay, I'll go out of view for a while. Okay, now the screw came off effortlessly. You see, I usually do this with the lens near my hips so that, you know, my grip is much more solid. Now the hips is the center of gravity for the human body, and and it's also where you know your strength lies. It's very hard to explain some abstract oriental concepts through a video, but you know, basically you get more strength when you generate stuff from your hips. Okay, I guess that's it for this video. So yeah, good JS drivers, butane torch, and some MEK, methyl ethyl ketone. Acetone will also do. Alcohol will also do. Now remember, be careful right when using this. I don't usually burn the paint over here, but because I'm doing it in a very awkward position while doing this video, you know, shit happens. I'll just sand this with a fine sandpaper and polish it, and it's gonna be as good as new. Good thing that this is just for parts. Anyway, thanks for supporting the blog, and to the people who actually helped me with running the blog, thank you very much. You guys are fantastic. You guys are actually helping lots of people by keeping the blog up. Anyway, thank you very much, and see you next time. Subscribe to the Facebook page for updates and stuff. Bye bye.